Are you looking for some handy recipes for Halloween?
Let's see what's cooking. It's time for Yo-Yo Max 12.
Hello everyone. First of all, you're going to need a cheese ball recipe. Now, I did not turn my camera on or the footage was corrupted or something, but I don't have the beginning of this recipe on film. However, what's in that bowl is two 8-ounce packages of cream cheese, which I've blended until it was kind of soft. And then I added a variety of herbs and spices. So what I'll do is I'll put what I use for my particular cheese ball in the description box below if you want to use this recipe. So once you blend up your cheese ball recipe, and you're going to put this in the refrigerator and you're going to let it chill thoroughly for at least 2-3 hours because you want it to be nice and firm for sculpting, because essentially we're going to be sculpting a hand out of this cream cheese ball recipe. What I did is I took a cutting board and I put some plastic wrap on top of it. You can just do this directly on your countertop as well. And then I used 2 sizes of cookie scoop, one large and one small, just to rough out the general shape of a hand. So I used the larger one for the wrist and hand, and then I used a smaller one for fingers. And as you see, I just kind of roughed out that shape. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just want to put that cheese ball onto your plastic wrap, and you want to try to use it all. So you're going to get an idea of how big this thing's going to be. And then you're going to sculpt it into a hand shape. Now I'm using food prep gloves, which you don't see me use very often. I'm using them for a couple of reasons. Number one, I was making this for people other than my family, so I wanted to make sure that my cleanliness was very good. Also, it's really sticky, and your hand, the heat from your hand will melt the cheese. So that's another reason why I'm using the gloves. And I just continue to sculpt it, pinch and take some from here, put it back over there until I got a realistic, more or less realistic looking hand shape. And then I added a breadstick at the back end there for a bone sticking out of where the wrist would be. Then I folded the plastic on top of it, and then I put it in the refrigerator and let it again chill thoroughly. Now for the flesh, or the muscles and tendons and sinews, we're using prosciutto, very thinly sliced prosciutto, which I buy already sliced in a package. And then I just cut it with a sharp knife into longish strips and some smaller pieces. Now, it's important to have relatively small pieces when you're doing this, because just for practicality's sake, when people are going to take their little knife to cut off a piece to put it on a cracker, if you have big pieces of prosciutto, the prosciutto is just going to come off in big pieces. And, no one wants a giant piece of prosciutto on a small cracker. So that's why I'm using just the smaller pieces. And then you're just going to cover the whole thing up. And as you're going, you can kind of tuck the prosciutto underneath the fingers a little to make them look a little bit more rounded. And then when you're all done, you can even add more strips to your hand to make it look like sinews and tendons. And I'm going to show you that here, because the prosciutto pieces, usually there's the part that has a lot of the meat, and then there's always a kind of little fat rind on one side of the slice. If you pull those out, you can kind of throw them on top of your hand to make it look like tendons. Just give it more of a realistic kind of a look. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. Just like that. And then just press down so that it sticks nicely. And it does stick quite nicely to the cheese ball, so it's actually a very easy little project to do. And then you're going to cover that up and throw that in the fridge until it's set. And that's all there is to it. You have a hand that's had the skin removed. Just absolutely delicious looking, isn't it not? So this is something obviously you would serve at a Halloween party. There's kind of a very strange satisfaction of cutting off one of those fingertips and putting it on a cracker. I'm not going to lie. So maybe I'm a little strange. And of course, you'll serve it with crackers. I didn't have any really pretty crackers. I just had these club crackers. And for a little bit more of a ghoulish look, you can stick a steak knife in it. Make it look like you just stabbed it. Halloween hand. I have quite a few other, what I'm going to call gross out recipes, if you want to call it that, on my channel. And those are the videos you're seeing on your screen right now. If you're interested in any of them, just click on your screen, or you can check out my Halloween playlist. That's in the description box below the video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.